You're live.
Yes, I'm live. That's debatable. Hi, welcome to the National Press Photographer Association Best of Photojournalism Multimedia Contest. We're here on the campus of Ohio University with our esteemed judges, a team of volunteer students, faculty, and staff of the School of Visual Communication. We're here to celebrate and select the very best work in this field from the last year. The judges have reviewed every entry prior to coming to campus. They have selected their top picks. We have 6 on the screen that we will discuss, review partially, and just to help remember what they had seen before, because they've seen all of it. And then we will discuss that and pick some winners out of this. So we're starting with the first one. Can we see the first, say, 20 seconds? Move volume.
Is it only on here?
Yeah.
So I know I added this one, so I'm just going to give it a comment. I think what I enjoyed about that was the arc of emotion, and just the kind of like sense of place and sound. But watching it just quick right now, I feel like there's no narrative. So the narrative is just ambient.
Right.
So a little bit different that way, but I think it would have been nice to hear something. You have all these feelings and emotions. You could have grabbed somebody real quick to talk about after they won that match or whatever, or the coach. Or I'm sure there was a lot more things said that she could have gotten according to during the match. So.
That's what I was thinking, the exact same. That's why I was like, oh, really? Can go on.
I think when I watched it, we didn't really get the feel of it now, but just
Yeah, I mean, it's a gorgeous art, and it's super powerful.
And visually, it's done really well too.
Yeah, you can see this story perfectly throughout. Like, you get the rise and the falls, you get the upsets and defeats, the joy, and like it builds a really good art of this day of these matches. But that was one thing that just I couldn't get with. I would have loved, like, I got one voice and maybe like guiding me through this. Maybe it was something like, oh, you know, my match and
quick.
It's missing.
Yes.
It's missing that cohesion there.
I think what it is probably a day assignment. She put this.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
So, are you feeling like it would not be in the top 3?
Well, you know what? Let's see the rest.
Okay.
I think it might be too early to.
I'm just hearing sort of people turning a little sour for a second.
No, not.
No. Ouch.
Okay. Well, it's all right. I'm reflecting back what I hear.
Okay.
In the congregation.
All right.
You want to go to golf next?
Let's go to golf. Let's
go golf.
Let's
I
go.
remember liking this one. I don't know.
You did what?
I remember liking this one.
Yeah, I remember liking this one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so tired of the song. Sorry. I hear it every time I walk into the museum in Nashville. African American History Museum.
So I feel like they did a really great job. If you think about sports, right, and you think about golf, right, breaking down the stands and showing why this kid is kind of special. You
Yeah.
know, with the graphics, the breakdown, all of this, it actually, it's not just, you know, it adds information, but it kind of elevates it a little bit more, you know, for me.
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely
So I
agree.
think that's why I really appreciate this video. 'Cause
It kind of, it breaks down the difference in a way of like, this is your normal common golfer who plays in the PGA tournament, and this is this kid that can hit
it's
it.
trying to make it.
Exactly.
And he's not quite there yet because, what?
Yeah. You know, like the slight nuances that I would never catch, I feel like I pushed out of it, which makes it a really good story.
So like probably while this videographer was shooting this, they're thinking about their framing and what they're going to put on top of it. They probably maybe even storyboarded it already.
Exactly.
I'm sure. it's
I-
Oh, yeah.
certainly
This is
storyboarded,
like very thoughtful.
detailed,
Yeah.
detailed
Yeah.
storyboard.
They went out with this kid with things in mind.
Like would you have, I don't know all this about golf.
No clue.
So I was like, the way he bends his wrist all the way back like that. I know you're supposed to keep your arm straight,
Yeah.
but I mean, his obviously his swing is killer. His drive, his first drive is really nice.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I would love if someone did this for Happy Gilmore. Just saying. Just
Well, he is Happy Gilmore.
exactly. He's real life Happy Gilmore.
Such a millennial. Have you seen Happy Gilmore?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, see, I'm not that bad.
It's instructional, it's very instructional.
Okay.
So it doesn't have enough connection narrative for you, or?
Well, it depends on the audience. I mean,
I think it's
so
sports,
for
right?
the category in, sports, it definitely meets the category. It's illuminating. For the segment of,
It was a little different than all the other sports videos,
yeah,
you know, so I
exactly.
appreciated that.
exactly, which is one of the things I liked about it a lot.
Or when you use your tools and you use it in a thoughtful way, not in a gimmicky way.
Right, it was not gratuitous, it was really very supportive.
Now, here's a question for that one as well. Do either one of you miss not having some type of narrative or anything at all?
Both of these, for that fact, neither one of these had narrative.
But it didn't bother me in this one, because I feel like the narrative of the words and kind of talking about his swing and how he's not making it, so there was a narrative.
Well, yeah.
It was more
It just
written.
didn't have audio.
versus-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it didn't
exactly.
bother me that I didn't hear this kid talking. Because I
Okay.
don't know if that would have distracted me from what the videographer was trying to say or do.
It's a small part of me that wanted to see how it maybe looked like a little bit of commentary behind it, like vocal commentary.
Or his voice,
Yeah,
you
just
know,
like
on what he was doing.
my backswing is like
Right,
this. Some-
exactly.
Just kind of guide me through it. I can go, I mean, I'm fine with it or without it, but I would have wanted to maybe have a little bit of that. I just wanted to get a little tone of him, because I feel like now I'm just breaking his stride down, which is fine. I think it's perfectly fine. I think that's a really good piece, but kind of maybe wanted to hear just a little bit more.
It
Like
would have
why
personalized
he
it.
Yeah.
did that, like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
he's
was,
going a little bit against of what the rules are.
Exactly. Like what are his thoughts about going against the rules of being something completely different golf?
Okay, I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Okay? None.
Should I do the roll?
Yeah.
Enoch Glidden is a paraplegic rock climber. He relies on his arms to climb with the help of adaptive equipment. Last year, he finished an 1,800-foot route in Yosemite Valley. It took nearly 4,000 pull-ups. This is one of many climbing trips organized by Paradox Sports for people with disabilities. The climbers on this trip are already experienced and will focus on particular skills.
Okay, jump to the middle.
Sean Sturgis became blind just after he turned 18. He's been climbing for less than 2 years and was on the U.S. national team in the Paraclimbing World Championship in 2016.
After losing my sight, I've learned to kind of go into the unknown and not worry about what's ahead of me, but enjoy the moment. I love mining because it shows me that life isn't nowhere.
Okay.
I would defend myself by saying it's so much better in VR. So much better with a headset, but let's move on.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so much better in a headset. Just, I'll defend myself. I'm fine with that.
Don't fall on the sword yet.
No.
Can't wait.
Okay. Yes, sir, we can. What do you want?
No. I'm asking my sister what we think.
I mean, I saw the face. Like, I guess people like.
What face? There's no face.
There was like a cover of like a.
So I think that I can see why they wanted to use VR, because they're climbing a mountain and they want to show that perspective of being in it. I thought that the narrative was a little weak, and I didn't really feel connected to the people that were blind and climbing the rock.
I agree with that last point most prominently. It's
So,
like,
that means-
I really wasn't drawn in
Yeah.
and felt the real kind of empathy that you want a piece like that to
Like,
draw
what
you
was
into
his,
it.
what was his reasoning for making that video? Was he making it so he could think, oh, this would be cool for me to use VR? Was he making it because he wanted to tell these stories of these, blind, paraplegic climbers? If that was the case, then, I needed a little more, because I didn't get that. I felt like it was a little bit too shallow.
Yeah, it was surface. Yeah.
Show us the next one?
Yeah. Or not. Come back to that. It's really cool. It's really cool.
trying
The
to help you out
cardboard.
here, man. I'm
It's
trying to
really
help
cool.
you.
The Google Cardboard.
Go next.
Promise.
Okay, but I mean, more
There
than
we go.
just cool,
Yeah.
After 6 months of cold and clouds and darkness at 5 o'clock, and only the vaguest thoughts of springtime, who would not be utterly and entirely ready for the light of opening day? It's personal here. Reds opening day is unique, as it should be for baseball's oldest team. We didn't invent the day, it just seems like we did. Opening day in Cincinnati is a game wrapped in an ideal, surrounded by a parade, covered by the 108 double stitches of a baseball. It is, as it implies, an opening, a beginning, a crash of symbols on a 6-month friendship renewed. Some years it soars, some it sours. Pretty good at it. We look back, we look ahead. We round third, we head for home. The Reds are a baseball team, technically speaking. They're Joey Votto now, Lou Piniella then, and Pete Rose always. More than that, the Reds are a stitch in our local fabric. They bind us, they help define who we are. Without them, we'd be different, unrecognizable. The Reds sail down the river of time as ageless as a summer moon. We're privileged to be along for the ride. So hop on a float, smile, wave, cheer. Take your time, because baseball isn't about hurrying. And why would you want to hurry anyway? It's a great day for a ball game, a perfect day for opening day in Cincinnati. Marty Brenneman wants to know if we're ready. To that, I will ask only this. Aren't we always? This one belongs to us.
Okay.
No, I like that. I mean, for coming watching the video where you don't feel connected, that one I definitely felt connected. And, it felt like the holiday that it is. Because in any northern winter, city, spring and baseball all the feelings that go along with that. I feel like I got that really well in that video. I thought they were very successful. Visually, it was great. And then I liked also having it's like he was reading his column, you know, like visual column, so it was like a poem almost, you know, that went perfectly with the video. So those are all the reasons why I enjoyed that video. And it's something a little bit different, a different speed.
Yeah. Well, being from Florida, we always have that kind of gorgeous weather, and so.
Still rubbing on it?
No, I mean, from
He's gonna walk back to the hotel.
Exactly, yeah.
a different connection with it. I really like the pairing of the narration and the visual storytelling. I mean, it had the pageantry of opening day, wonderful diversity of characters and individuals involved in various aspects, from groundskeeping to fans.
The detail.
Yeah, nice and wonderful framing. Really nice usage of wide, medium, tight throughout, and overlapping the narrative arc. It was a really nice piece. Kept your attention the whole time.
Yeah.
I think one little thing that he did though with his editing, when he did opening and then showed the guys.
Yeah, yeah. I did a little bit too much on the nose there.
Come on.
It was like rated R Disney or something.
Pretty much.
No, I'm not saying that.
It's
was
a
it
funny.
not authentic? Was it not authentic?
It was a joyful moment.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Like, we get to have fun every now and then, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Strong relationships make us better.
I'm gonna say I think this one's
The NFL has informed the Broncos that
I'm
quarterback
with you.
Pete has been suspended for this Sunday's game for cooking Colts tight end Dwayne Allen in the aisles.
I didn't for 1 second believe that he did that by mistake, because I don't.
The suspension, if upheld, marks the third of Dwayne's career.
Who does that? Seriously, who does that?
Definitely competitive. That's how I got where I am today. I've been through 3 different communities, you know, from Cleveland to Jersey to Dallas. Jersey and Cleveland, that's where a lot of the ferociousness, man, that not scared of nothing. There was so much stuff going on in Trenton, New Jersey, man. It was either you stayed in the house or you was in the midst of all of it, you know. That kind of brought out that not scared of nothing, defend yourself. That's where I kind of got that and started me. And in Texas, I didn't start playing football until I got to Texas in 8th grade. That's when the first time I put on shoulder pads and a helmet, you know. But my brother did this little research. He knew how big high school football was in Texas. He wanted to come play out here, you know, so that forced me to come out here. And when we got out here, it was definitely huge, you know, so that's where my football instincts and my football knowledge and stuff kind of really came into play when I got out here in Texas. It's a nice smooth back saddle, fellas. It ain't no race. Youth football is huge out here in Texas. It was something that I wasn't able to do. I never played youth football. We didn't really have that kind of stuff in Cleveland, New Jersey. It was so big out here, I never got a chance to do it. I thought it was pretty cool that the kids could start young and it was so competitive. I had to get involved in it.
You know, he always looks at it like as if the single moms and the dads that's out there with their kids trying to do the right thing and be a part of their life, that's his parents. You know, we say, let's do this, and it's going to cost the program a certain amount. He'll say, you know what, man, if I was doing that, you know, when I was young, I wouldn't be able to do this, right? Because my mom couldn't afford that. So let's make this affordable.
In a bizarre story coming out of Dallas on Sunday, Talib was shot in the lower right leg but was not seriously injured.
Talib was erroneously cited by the Dallas Police Department as being involved in a fight, an argument, a criminal situation.
Dallas police are still investigating the situation, so stay tuned to denverpost.com/Broncos as more details unfold.
Playing boot to the backside, you know what I'm saying? it's a lot of sides to everybody, you know. You could read about whatever you want to read about, man. I'm out here all the time, man. If I'm in town and we got practice, I'm there. If we got a game, I'm there, you know.
No matter what we hear about on TV, no matter what the media make him out to be, his impact in these kids' life will go well beyond any media outlet or any incident that he's ever had in his life, because it's just that impactful.
You're gonna live and you learn until you're gone, you know. It's part of growing up, man, and the one thing you can do when you go through stuff like that is you can pass it on to these guys so they don't make the same mistakes you made, you know, so that's what it's about.
There was one time a kid came out, they were like, hey, why you snatched that guy chain? And, you know, he was like, man, you know.
Hey, don't get up there and be nervous. You get up there and show them what you got, you feel me? Let's go, baby. Get up there and show them what you got, just like that.
It's like if you delete over 97 or 98% of the corners in this league. Would the Patriots like him back? Absolutely. Now they will.
It's an awkward ending. And no, I'm not so sure that I learned what I need to learn about him. And he's,
I think it's rare for any professional athlete to be that candid, especially when they're under fire by the media. So, I thought a little bit of the video was a little bit lazy, some of it.
was a little bit what?
Lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But as far as the access that she got, and maybe also I'm looking at the fact that she has a professional athlete talking to the media candidly, and she's putting together this video package trying to create a sense of who is this guy? Like, is he what the media says? Is he what his partner says, that he runs this camp for these kids? But basically, it's like at the end of the day, he's going to be here with these kids no matter what else happens, right? So you kind of maybe walk away getting an idea of who he is as a person, not necessarily a professional athlete, because, you know, he did snatch that kid, what's his face's chain?
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. Said not once, but twice.
So he's seen as kind of a villain, you know. So
Yeah.
this is like another side of him that you necessarily don't get to see.
Yeah, the only thing is that for the time spent watching this, I did want to come away with a little bit more. Like I felt kind of stagnant at some point. I was like, all right, well, what am I about to take away from this part? It's like, oh, it's the same thing I took away from part before. Exactly. So like, if it was a little tighter, if it was a little shorter, I could definitely be like, yeah, this is solid. Or bring in, like with that same time, like bringing in maybe another round of another narrative in that as well. I love the breakouts of the commentators and the talking heads that were like, is he finished? Is he done? He shot himself in the foot or whatever. I enjoy bringing that aspect into it because it also, once again, like you said, played that role of that villain role.
She's trying to fill out the story. You know?
Exactly.
People necessarily don't know everything.
Yeah.
Which is what a good video does.
Yeah, I still come away with the so what experience. You know, access is only half the battle. What you do with that access and how you build that narrative, I just don't feel that it was complete enough.
Okay. Let's go to this last one.
We interrupt your video to bring you a Geico message.
Geico's got a 97% customer
Well, this is the
satisfaction
winner,
rating.
right? This is
We interrupt this message to bring you another Geico message. We interrupt this message to bring you our logo.
Every kid needs to feel like they're a kid. They need to feel like they have a childhood. They deserve the right to play. I started Yale soon after I graduated college.
My first job was working as a refugee resettlement case manager. More than anything, I really connected with the kids. I saw that they were coming here and feeling really isolated. I chose to do soccer because it is the international sport. No matter what country the kids were coming from, it was something that they really loved.
My name's Andy Bisaka. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Iraq. I used to go outside once every 2 months because of how dangerous it was. When I play soccer, I don't feel anything. I just want to play. I play for the sport. I love the game. I just play because I love it.
My name is Jonathan and I'm from Africa.
My name is Cyrus and I'm from Africa, Liberia. I think I feel when I'm playing soccer, I feel safe around my friends and coaches.
I left Iraq because people were trying to kill my dad. I mean, soccer is my passion, especially with my team, YOLO. They're not just players, they're like my family, they're my brothers.
My name is Yusuf. I'm from Iraq and I'm 15. Every time I play soccer with my teammates, I have more faith because they never put me down, they put me up.
When we first came to the US, it was really weird because everybody talked at a totally different language.
Sometimes I wouldn't understand something and someone would try to explain it with signs or saying something so I could understand. I think soccer is just a sport that brings people together. It's just a sport that never gets boring.
Any coach's role, ultimately, is to become obsolete. Our mission here with YALA is to help the individual kid take the game as far as they can.
My name is Osama K. Abdulaziz. I'm 14 years old and I'm from Iraq. Before I got to the US, my life was always looking for safety, and me and my family's main goal was to get here and just rebuild our lives. Soccer to me is a way for me to succeed, not just in soccer, but in everything else, in school, in becoming a better person. That's all through soccer, that's all through YALA, that's all through me.
My name is Yukan Jingwon. I was born in South Sudan.
My name is Aquari Moon. I'm 12 years old and I was born in South Sudan.
I love soccer because it can help kids have fun, don't have to worry about everything and just play.
They deserve the right to play.